This is the fourth news on today's newspaper. Supreme Court rejects the challenge to Prime Minister. Prime Minister AD's appointment. Okay. Now, bench reconstituted before plea dismissal by Nasser Iqbal, Islamabad. The Supreme Court on Friday rejected a petition challenging the appointment of a number of special assistants to the Prime Minister, SAPM, and seeking removal of the dual nationals from the coveted posts. But before dismissing the plea, the Supreme Court bench hearing the case had to be reconstituted when Justice Munib Akhtar recused himself. Justice Munib Akhtar recused, maybe that this is rescued, himself from hearing, recused himself from the hearing the matter. Consequently, two-judge bench comprising Chief Justice Gulzar Ahmad and Justice Ijazul Ahsan heard the petition moved by Advocate Malik Munsif Aban and through his counsel Muhammad Akram Chaudhry. The Apex Court bill issued detailed reasons of dismissing the petition later. The Islamabad High Court IAC, in an earlier judgment, had held that the Prime Minister, being the chief executive of one of the most important organs of the state, had to perform multiple complex functions. In order to enable the Prime Minister to transact the business of the executive organ of the state, he ought to have the freedom to appoint officials or other persons for assistance. The IAC court had ruled against there was no restriction on a number of special assistants that the Prime Minister could appoint. There was also no restriction appointing persons with dual nationality, the court declared. The only restriction in the Constitution provided under Article 63(1)(c) was confined into disqualification of a person from being elected or chosen as and from being a member of the Majlis Shura, the High Court had explained. Before dismissing Mr. Awan's petition, Justice Ahsan reminded the Council that the Apex Court had already determined the rules on the appointment of SAPMs in the Zulfi Bukhari case. In December 2018, the Supreme Court had rejected a similar petition seeking disqualification of Sayyid Zulfikar Abbas Bukhari. Zulfi Bukhari, the Prime Minister's special assistant on overseas Pakistanis and human resource development. In that case, the court had rejected the plea with an observation that Mr. Bukhari could not undertake administrative powers or claim the status of a minister, but a person with dual nationality could be appointed as APM. The counsel for Mr. Awan argued before the Supreme Court in the latest challenge that his petition was not only pertaining to the appointment of dual nationals, but also about the affairs of the state being run through more than a dozen special assistants and advisors. The petition highlighted that a cabinet notification showed that out of 19 non-elected cabinet members, 4 SAPMs held dual nationalities and they owned properties, including foreign assets, worth millions of rupees, the petitioner said. The council argued when so many enemies were trying to cap Pakistan's nuclear assets, how could one expect to have unbiased and honest advice from the foreign nationals on matters of national security, economy, digitization, and planning future prospects of political and parliamentary affairs? The petition wondered about the mechanism advised to check the alleged pilferage of sensitive information on party of individuals who have taken oaths of allegiance to other countries and have access to sensitive information vis-a-vis our nuclear assets as well as development and economy. Therefore, the appointment of foreign nationals also announced to abrogation of oath into the office of the Prime Minister that envisaged loyalty to Pakistan, the petition alleged. The secured sensitive information of the petition contended it was essential to remove the dual nationals from the coveted posts of SAPMS. So this was the end of the news. Let's stop sharing and the meeting end.